Howdy, hey folks, it's me, Chris, another video coming at you. I just wanted to make a shorter video about a particular topic that I've always been very passionate about, and that is film, actual celluloid, which I passionately hate. I always have. It's a pain in the ass, always has been, always will be. So my absolute shock and disgust when I see people that are spending not hundreds, thousands of dollars to shoot the smallest amount of content on actual celluloid, on an actual film. It's insane to me. Because the last time I shot film was 2009, 10, right around there when I went to the Northwest Film Center, which no longer exists and has been completely destroyed, and they don't care about film at all anymore, so screw them. But we're still at the Portland Film Festival, so never thought that would outlast the International Film Festival, but apparently it did. Anyway, that's the last time I shot film, and it was a terrible experience. The first thing I want to talk about is the actual technical capabilities of film, the actual tech specs as I knew them back in 2010 or 11, right around there. And that is that 16 millimeter, even super 16 millimeter, the best quality 16 millimeter you could ever shoot, as far as I knew back then, it could only resolve about 720p. And even then, it's a soft 720p unless you're using very expensive lenses that even then were very hard to get a hold of. So why people are scanning this 16 millimeter film at 4K or 5K for hundreds more dollars per foot of film is just nuts. Like that is definitely a scam, 100%. That's a scam because you're not resolving detail. You're just getting more grain, and more of the unusable area, like the frame of the film, the parts on the outside. You're getting more of that than you are the actual content. And that's with 16 millimeter. And 35 millimeter, also as far as I know, is really about 2K. Yeah, you can get 4K scans of it, sure, but unless it's really pristine and really perfect, you're not really getting anywhere near as close as to what like a digital 4K image can be, especially if that image is being downsampled from 6K like a lot of cameras do these days, or even older cameras that were 10 years old like Reds. You know, even they were downsampling it, like the Scarletts and stuff were downsampling it from 6K and stuff anyway. So you're not getting just base 4K. You're not really getting that. You're getting grain, you're getting noise, you're getting the parts of the filming depending on the perforation you're shooting. It's a crapshoot. Maybe you are getting it, maybe you aren't. But if you watch a lot of the Blu-rays, the 4K Ultra Blu-rays, not the streaming crap, the actual physical Blu-rays, which look better by Blu-rays, you will see that there are some frames that look kind of weird in The Rock and True Lies and stuff. Those 90 films have been upscaled. And it's because we're having to use AI upscaling because 35 millimeter is 2K. You can upscale it to 4K without doing AI, but it's soft. And it will look better, but it won't look that much better. And also, at that point, to scan 16, especially 16, but also 35 millimeter, add up to 4K, you're doing noise reduction. You're using AI upscaling these days. Or before that, you're doing hand upscaling. You're adding so much technical work in post-production. Kind of defeats the point of shooting the film in the first place. It was a really zany period. Everything was shutting down. Even if you could buy the film, it would take weeks, maybe months to get to you at that period in time. It was really bad. It was when Kodak was rumored to possibly be going bankrupt. It was not a good time. Like even if you wanted to shoot film, it was right around the time all the Hollywood directors were coming out to speak in favor of it because they were actually worried that it would cease to exist. And because of that, it was impossible, like I said, to get the film. If you got it, you spent way more money than you needed to on it. The price is now cheaper than then, in my recollection. And then the place we went to develop the film shut down, so we had to send it off somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but we sent it somewhere else out of town, which was new and confusing. And then we just got back a digital file. Sometimes we didn't get back a file at all, and we just got the film back. That is what happened. And most of the people that were in the class, I believe we were given a passing grade because most of the people, like I said, just never got their stuff back, or it was burned because we didn't really have enough time to practice on how to shoot it without blowing it out. And the cameras we were using also were in very poor condition. It was just not a good situation. It was difficult to shoot. It was difficult to get a hold of, and it was impossible, nearly impossible to develop. After a few months, after a few semesters, things ironed out. They found proper places to develop it. They serviced the equipment, and the production line of film started coming out again. And that is what I remember. It was a shit show. Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and say, well, we don't want film to die. We want to protect the past. And that's fine. That's a good thing. I don't think that it should fully die. But I think this whole thing of independent filmmakers now having this weird obsession with not wanting to make a movie unless they can make it on film are being scammed. And that's going to be the title of the thumbnail in the video, is film is a scam, period. Celluloid is a scam. It is a scam to suck money out of you, the filmmaker. And the problem with that is very simple. Some people on YouTube, get the name, I'm following a guy on YouTube, I can't remember his name, but I'll put a picture if I find it here. People like this don't want to make their movie until they have the grant for tens of thousands of dollars to shoot on film. First off, that's wrong. Okay, and this video is specifically tailored not towards people who are wanting to preserve film for whatever their motives are. And we're talking about 35 millimeter and below. They want to preserve film. That's great. You want to shoot 65, 70 IMAX. Great. You have budget, you have money, you're rich. Go at it. Have at it, Haas. We're talking about people who are shooting 16 mil. We're talking about people who are shooting 35 mil but don't have any money. That's where film is a scam. Like I said, they're waiting for grants to get tens of thousands of dollars to spend all of that on a camera and film. I have a camera right here. It was $300. I have a monitor here. It was $50. I have a light here that I've had for a decade. It's free. I have this wonderful microphone, and it costs about $100. But yet, for some reason, these people don't want to make their movie unless they spend tens of thousands of dollars. They think that that is a good thing. And they're shooting on 16, not 35, 16, which is not going to look as good as any HD camera ever, as any 4K camera ever, or as 35 millimeter film. And it's just why. It's a scam. Don't fall into the scam of shooting film. It's a scam to keep people who want to make more money off of you. There are bad people in this industry. There are the people who say, hey, if you spend $1,000 submitting your films to 40 film festivals, you might get an award. Do you know what that award will do? It'll make you feel good. That's it. Don't spend money to show your film. You don't need to. You can apply for grants. You can apply for help. You can send letters in for exemptions, okay? Don't pay people to submit your film. Don't. There's this thing called YouTube. Don't be paying people. You can self-publish on Amazon for free. Don't, under any circumstances, pay unless you want to and can't afford to. Don't be paying to put your film out there. Don't be paying to shoot on film or on stuff. Don't do that. You don't need to. You can hire a DP that will bring a camera they have and just pay them a regular day rate. You shouldn't be paying for any of that if you don't want to, right? You pay professionals to do their job, and that's it. And unfortunately, there are people out there that shoot film and will con independent filmmakers, and that's a scam. That's wrong. Don't do that. Unless they have a budget, unless they have money, and they want to shoot 35 mil or better, don't help them shoot film because you're scamming them. And once again, this is really for people who are shooting, low-end 35 millimeter, 16 millimeter projects. Obviously, if you're shooting, good 35 millimeter film. You have a budget. You can do that. It's fine. I wouldn't, but you can. And obviously anything above 35 millimeter is going to look as good as 8K. And to be honest, even at that point, better than digital. But, you know, unless you're walking around with an IMAX camera or you have an actual Hollywood studio behind you, I just do not understand why you would shoot on film. So please, friends, don't let friends shoot on film. I know that this is going to ostracize me even more in the local film community, but I don't care. I never have. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make videos. And I'm here to make sure people don't get scammed like I did many, many times before. Don't get scammed. Don't spend money. Pay professionals, nothing more. And maybe I'm wrong on the technical specifications. I'm sure you're going to go in the comments and shred me to pieces over that. And it's important because, like I said, film knowledge kind of vanished for about a decade. And so now that we're coming back, I'm seeing all this information that film can somehow be resolved at these really high resolutions. And I know for a fact 16 millimeter can't, because you can tell visually. 35 mil, I'm not sure, to be honest. But with all the grain and the limited dynamic range in the shadows, it just, I don't know if you're getting your worth there. So anyway, what do I know? I'm just a filmmaker. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to my horror stories about film. Don't get ripped off. Bye.